Alright guys, welcome to the video today. So in this video we're going to be discussing a possible but humongous news blowout for Destiny. So this article is taken from a little article on Planet Destiny. Go ahead and check it out. I'll probably link that in the description box down below. So moving on, we're going to be talking about the House of Wolves DLC. So on the Reef, there's going to be a new raid coming with the House of Wolves DLC, which will most likely be located on the Reef, which we've kind of known ever since the Reef raid was kind of located. You know, they had that little glitch where it showed the new raids and DLCs coming up. So we saw that. So it's probably most likely going to be on the Reef unless they change it at the last minute, which honestly they're probably not going to do. And then moving on to the strike, it's called Trader's Catch. The description for this strike will read as follows. So the description for the strike, of course, this is coming from planetdestiny.com. It says a fallen wolf ship holding an infamous walker has touched down in the ocean of storms. Breach the catch and see to this walker's end. So a fallen wolf ship, we haven't really had any clues as to what it is, but it does also refer to it as a catch at the end of the sentence describing it. And if you don't know what a catch is, if you see those things patrolling around in the Cosmodrome or maybe on the moon sometimes when, you know, they drop in the dregs and the, you know, the vandals and all that, those big old ships, that's a catch. So there's probably going to be some huge catch. We storm in, we take out an infamous walker or a death walker from the Sepix Prime strike. It's located on Earth. It's the first strike you do. You know, you take out Sepix Prime, you take out the death walker, so it's probably some type of spider tank just like the death walker, but that remains to be seen. Now we do have a description for this strike alone. We're not quite sure. I assume there will be a PlayStation exclusive strike included within this DLC as well, but I have not heard word of that strike individually. Moving on to the Crucible maps, we have Black Shield, which is located on Firebase Thuria and Phobos. Not quite sure where that is, haven't really heard of it. It is, you know, related to Firebase Delphi, so maybe a kind of map design like that. It might be completely different, I could be completely wrong, but that does kind of hit at the same type of, you know, play style or map style, map design, the ebb and flow of the map, as I like to say. And then you have Thieves Den, which is located on Ishtar Sink Venus. So that is basically the starting location that you have when you go to Venus. So it's, you know, it could be a pretty cool map. I'm not quite sure if it's a big map. That's kind of remains to be seen as well, but you know, there's some big spacey areas in Venus, so that could be a very good big map type thing. Of course, we have Shores of Time, which is a Venus map, but we do not have a Venus map that is huge like, you know, Sky Shock. You have one on the moon, you'll have one on Mars. It's got to be one on Venus, so that's my prediction. I think this is going to be a big map to play on, kind of like Sky Shock, you know, the First Light type thing on Moon, you know, that type of map. Then we have the Timekeeper, which is on Meridian Bay, Mars. I'm pretty sure I remember that map. It's I believe it's, you know, in that area where the strike is for the Mars map. It's not the, you know, PlayStation exclusive strike, but it's the one where you take down Brachistharin, I believe his name is, the big dude that's, you know, firing rockets out of his shoulders and stuff. The strike on Mars where you got to take down the big old Centurion type guy. You know, waves of enemies are coming in everywhere. Somewhere in there, I'm not quite sure. It could be like a medium type sniper map. I could be wrong. Then we have Widow's Court, which is located in European Dead Zone on Earth. I've never really heard of this type of area before. Unlike all the other ones, they're kind of relative to a couple things we've seen in the past. But as far as the European Dead Zone, you know, I honestly have no clue what that means. So if there's any information for that, you know, that'll be coming up soon on this channel. So subscribe if you do not want to miss out on that future information when it is being released. The next part of this huge DLC leak that we recently got from Planet Destiny is the story missions. So the first one is called Gone to Ground, so search the Cosmodrome for the Wolf Kell who led the revolt against the Awoken. So this could be a pretty cool mission. It kind of remains to be seen, like, you know, a lot of things within this video. We're gonna have to see how it plays out, but you know, if I get any other future information, I'll definitely put that in a video as well. Then you have the Terminus, which is hunt the Wolf's Kell who has seized control of the Vex Citadel. So you're gonna go to the Vex Citadel, maybe hunt down some little wolves, so that's kind of relating to the Fallen, I believe. So there's gonna be some Fallen on some type of Venus setting. You have to go there and hunt them down. Should be a pretty cool mission. A lot of the time the story missions really don't have anything to do with the story, but they might be a little bit fun to play at first if they are well designed and they are, you know, just a lot of fun to play. And then the last one is called Wolf Harvest, which is track down the Queen's traitorous wolves hiding among the House of Winter. So, you know, the Queen, she has her wolves that follow her around, so her vandals, you know, stuff like that, dregs and stuff. So they might have been people that betrayed her. You know, she got a little bit mad, so we told you to hunt them down for her. You go down there, you go to the House of Winter. I assume once you're there, you're just going to kill a couple of the people that betrayed her and then come back. Maybe there's a boss battle in between, but overall, story missions, not exactly the best thing that come within the DLC, and definitely not the best part of Destiny. So, you know, no one's really looking forward to the story missions. They just kind of throw them in there because they can. But, you know, if they're a lot of fun, I'll play them, maybe make videos about them, but we'll see in the future if there are any good story missions coming out that will be available for us to play within the House of Wolves DLC. Along with, new strikes, raids, and missions, of course, there's going to be new armor, new raid armor, new exotic armor and weapons, just, all the cool stuff that comes within Destiny. So I'm going to read off the raid armor and, of course, the new exotic armor and weapons. So for raid armor, we have Eyes of the Kel, we also have Will of the Archon, and the Wolf Walker Helm. Moving on to the next set of raid armor, it's Blood of the Kel, Vestments of the Archon, Wolf Walker Cuirass, Grip of the Archon, Hands of the Kel, Wolf Walker Gauntlets, Speed of the Kel, Stride of the Archon, and Wolf Walker's Greaves. Moving on to the exotics, we have Lord of Wolves, we also have 347 Vesta Dynasty, the ACD/O Feedback Fence, Ikeheka's Hooks, Nothing Manacles, Unremarkable Bones, Peregrine Greaves, Purifier Robes, the Ram, Eternal Warrior in the Exotac, Angel Hunter. Now I will have little breakdowns for all of these pieces of armor, but I just wanted to, kind of show everyone the new exotic and raid armor that's going to be coming out within the next DLC and the next raid. Moving on to the best part of this video, which is the humongous news blowout. It's going to be the thing for Destiny's new next big release. So Bungie kind of recently talked about the third subclass rumor, so the rumor that there would be a third subclass within Destiny, and that's going to come with Comet Plague of Darkness DLC. It looks like we're going to have 3 for, in total, and then it's gonna be 1 per class, dividing it between the 3 classes, so 1 new subclass for everyone. There will also be 2 new weapon classes with a base level of 30, so that means you do have to be level 30 to equip these weapons. So that could be 2 type of, they have auto rifles, pulse rifles, etc. There could be a new type of weapon coming that could be very cool. There's gonna be 2 of those coming, so we're gonna have to see what those are in the future. As soon as they're released, I will make a video on that as well. Now remember, for this next part, all of this is directly taken from planetdestiny.com, so all of these are pretty much word for word for the most part. I added a little spin on top of them, so this is basically quoting. So for anyone wondering what a comet is, according to the contract, it's a major downloadable content expansion pack type software release for each Destiny game. So I'm guessing that Comet will be sold for $60, including expansion 1 and 2 plus the new content it comes with. My question and their question is, what do you guys really think about this? Do you think this is fair? What price do you think it should be? Just let me know in the comment section down below. Personally, I think it should be like $45, because really you shouldn't have to spend a flat $60 on anything for a game that's already $60. That's just my opinion. So this will, kind of predictedly or supposedly be released sometime next year. Of course, the new year just happened, so it's this year, of course, now. But maybe 3 months or so, 4 months, we're gonna have to see when that comes out. But it's gonna be a really cool expansion, and I can't wait to get my hands on all of these new subclasses. This video is becoming a little bit lengthy, so I'm gonna cut it short here by saying, hope you guys enjoyed this video today. Drop a like down below if you did enjoy it or found it helpful. Also comment discussing all these things. Of course, subscribe so you do not miss a video in the future, continuing, to get those new release blowouts for all its new, of course, beautiful Destiny news that's gonna be happening within some future DLCs. You do not want to miss it. All the new armor breakdowns, exotic weapons, all that stuff is going to be here on this channel, so subscribe if you do not want to miss any of those videos, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.